Hi, I'm Young. I'm the senior style editor at GQ. Today we are at Ebreo Vintage in Brooklyn. They specialize in incredible Italian menswear from the 90s. So I'm gonna go pick out a few things I like, try them on, and talk to my friend Julien, the owner, to get a little more backstory about everything. Let's go do it. There are some amazing leather jackets on this rack, but a thing that I've been looking for personally for a little while now is a great leather blazer. It's a kind of a hard thing to find, and there's this one here that really caught my eye from Mani, which is an offshoot of Giorgio Armani. I just really love how this is like a really nice dark brown. There's some like sort of crackling to the leather that's really nice and just some really nice texture. So I definitely think I'm gonna try this on. I also had my eye on this guy, which is pretty interesting. It doesn't have lapels, it doesn't have a collar. It's more of like a leather cardigan, which is not something you see every day. And I really like this sort of sage green color to it. I feel like it might look cool just thrown over a t-shirt and jeans perhaps, maybe with a tie like I'm wearing right now. It's like very unusual, you don't see it every day. And then, hey Julien.
You rang.
What's up, man?
Hey.
How's it going? I had my eye on this Versace blazer up here on the wall.
Yes, man of good taste. Voila.
Beautiful. What is this, like a forest green, I guess?
Yeah, it's a forest green.
I always kind of think of that this shade of green is sort of like the thinking man's navy blue. You know, it's just as versatile, but a little less boring. This thing's awesome. Where'd you find it?
I found it in Napoli, and when it comes to Versace, I really only try to get the stuff from the 80s with this really cool tag.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I just absolutely love the color.
Yeah, that's an absolute score. What's really special to me is that I just feel like you don't often see leather blazers that are double-breasted. That in itself is already rare. Sweet, man, thank you. I'm gonna try it on. All right, let's head over this way and check out some knitwear. There are some incredible classic sweaters on here, like this cable knit in a really nice color that's perfect for the spring and summer. It's like really light and breathable, but the thing that Italian designers are especially killer at are really, really freaky, wild, trippy, mind-bending knits like this one that have these really wild flecks of color and geometric designs. There's another cardigan like that right here, which I'm absolutely loving. There is a really cool Armani polo that has a similar vibe as well. And then there's like a ton of killer Armani sweaters up on the wall here that are all trippy as well. But the pièce de résistance is definitely this Missoni shawl collar cardigan / jacket joint. And Missoni really is like the epicenter of this style. They kind of invented it and they mastered it. So we gotta take a look at that.
Missoni is great. It's really polarizing. You either hate it or love it. But you know, we have a whole collection of it in the back because it's so polarizing, we don't put a lot on the floor. One time someone came in head to toe with Missoni, and Sabine immediately was just like, oh, he's gonna love the Missoni bin. And he's going through it and we're trying to tell them everything we know, and the guy just stops and he's like, I'm part of the family, like I know all this. And we knew it felt kind of silly. He was just like, yeah, I really just want this one specifically because I had it specifically and then one of my ex-girlfriends stole it. He's like, it needs to go back to, it needs to go back to its rightful home. Maybe it was the exact same one, who knows?
Wow.
You know, that's New York for you.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm stoked. I personally fall on the loving it side of the spectrum, and I'm excited to try this one on too. We got some leather, we got some knitwear. Let's check out some pants now. Hey, Julien, do you got anything in a 36 maybe?
We actually have like a bin of like every waist in the back.
Oh.
So let me schlep one out for you.
Wow, would you look at that? How convenient.
You will have to dig a bit.
Great.
But I'm sure there's something in here.
And there's something fun about digging through, getting to like, this big treasure chest full of pants that maybe there's something incredible in there waiting for me. I feel less bad about making a mess if I'm just like going through a rack.
I promise you that you are not destroying this bin as much as some of our other customers. It is a work of art sometimes what people leave behind.
Wow, these already are really cool. Le Copain, is that like a French?
We cheat here at Ebreo occasionally on the Italians.
It does say made in Italy though.
Saved by the belt.
Oh, these are cool. These are basically the pants I'm wearing right now, but just a little bit heavier.
I believe there is some cashmere in those pants.
Yeah, Laura Piana cashmere, I believe. Yeah, I mean, these are just such a beautiful, sort of classically cut pair of dress pants. Really nice double pleats on the front. And then this fabric is just really beautiful. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got little flecks of blue in this window pane pattern here. It's just really nice and tweedy. This little pocket right here is actually a watch pocket. It's to hold your pocket watch, as it were. But I think now you could probably keep whatever you want in there. Definitely my kind of pants. All right, now let's check out some shirts. There is plenty of great stuff on this rack as well. You know what's interesting is that this is a rack full of shirts, but the thing that is catching my eye the most is this suit here. Oh wow, it's Lanvin, it's linen, and it is my size, so I'm definitely gonna try this on. These stripes are really, really rad. That's gonna be super nice for like a summer wedding, maybe just a hot day that I have to go to the office.
Thank God we're so disorganized.
I know, yeah. Just so happened to be right there in the middle of the rack, yeah. Oh wow, this Missoni shirt is amazing too. I'm on a bit of a Missoni kick today. I mean, this pattern, as you can see, is just completely crazy. It looks like waves happening. Appears to be linen as well. It's like really nice and light.
With these really intricate patterns, like they wind up using synthetic material, and I always was like, oh, this means it's shit quality. But actually, like some guy came in as a designer once and just kind of explained to me that it's not a matter of saving money, it's just these things cannot functionally exist and be durable and maintain this kind of weaving without some sort of synthetic. So you're probably right with the linen, but I'm sure it's some sort of blend.
Last but not least, there's this Zegna shirt. You know, Zegna, one of the great Italian tailoring houses. They make some of the best suiting fabrics in the world. It might be a little small on me, but I'm definitely gonna give it a go. I just love this color combination of like this sort of deep chocolate brown with some lighter tones and a really cool little baby blue stripe in there as well. It's got a great sort of Italian spread collar on it. The spread collar is just like it says, it's spread a little bit wider than a typical point collar. And it's sort of meant to allow you to wear a thicker tie knot if you so desire. Oh man, there's a whole rack full of great sport coats here too, and this one is really calling my name. It's vintage Armani from the 80s. Super, super beautiful.
A lot of guys come to the shop, and when they come in, they tell me they have long arms. Like with vintage, it's just like, so like, you know, people get their arms short, and so if you have long arms, you have to look for someone who has that long arms. And so I always remember this piece because I know it's gonna fit the perfect person with long arms and not have to tailor it at all.
Well, I hope I'm that person because this is an awesome piece. This pattern is really interesting because it's almost like a Prince of Wales check, but it's not quite.
That's the funny thing about Armani, like they would bring these textile patterns and stuff into the jackets that were just so crazy, but it's so hard to find them in perfect condition. I think people always kind of like confuse quality with durability, but it's really hard for me often to find pieces like this where there's not blown seams because it is quite fragile, the weaving and the texture and the textiles you use.
It's got this really intricate knit, but it's got like, you know, quite a loose hand, so I feel like it'll feel quite light to wear, which is also really nice. Man, oh my God. All right, I pulled way too much stuff to try on, so I better get started. Let's go see what fits. All right, tried everything on, made a few selections, so here's what I got. I'm gonna grab this Armani blazer from the 80s. The texture is so cool, and I love how low this button stance is, which is such like an old school 80s thing that you really don't see anymore, and it's $175, so that feels like a pretty good value. I'm also gonna grab this Mani leather blazer. It just has such cool texture to it. I thought it fit pretty well, and it's really just that like Anthony Bourdain, Tony Soprano kind of leather blazer that I've been looking for. This is $250. Finally, I am gonna grab this Missoni cardigan. I just think the knit is so crazy and cool and unusual, and I'm really excited to add it to my wardrobe, and this is $250 as well. This was such a cool experience. It's such a specific slice of menswear culture and such a specific era of menswear. It was really cool to learn more about Italian labels and try on some suiting. Thank you so much. All right, thanks for walking the racks with me, and we'll see you at the next store.